Long thought dormant, recent findings point to a volcanically active Venus. The European Southern Observatory takes the first ever direct image of a star and exoplanet combo, and the US and UK claim Russia has tested another anti-satellite weapon in orbit. It's Tuesday, July 28, 2020. I'm Matt Miller, you're on Trekzone, and this is Talkin Science.
With the latest science and space news 5 days a week across Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts and YouTube. This is Talkin Science with Dr. Brad Tucker and Matt Miller.
And it is a very happy Talkin Science Tuesday to the one, the only, Dr. Brad Tucker.
How's it going?
Really good, my friend. What a week it has been, just in general, the way everything is going. Coronavirus is back here in Australia in a very big way.
Yeah, sadly, that is the reality we face and plague. You know, we were talking about the other week, right? NASA preparing to send rovers into space and the new protocols for contamination. These things happen, and you can see how one little bug, so to speak, can wreak so much havoc. Now just imagine it on a different planet.
It is incredible, and I think we've said it before on the show as well, that just to think how much havoc this virus is wreaking on planet Earth, it really does make sense that we're looking after the planets and the celestial bodies that we're going out and exploring.
That's right, you know, and also preparing that we don't want to take something back from space here, because that would be, you know, probably orders of magnitude worse in terms of its chaos.
Absolutely. Well, of course, everyone can find you on social media, on Twitter at btucker22, on Facebook, Dr. Brad Tucker. Trekzone's all over social media as well. Just search for Trekzone. And of course, I'm on Twitter as well, Mirrormat86. Brad, let us dive into the show.
Talking Science Headlines.
Alrighty, Brad, into the headlines of the week. And first up, China successfully launched on the weekend, and Perseverance, NASA's gearing up on Friday.
China had a pretty, I think, clear, nice launch on Thursday afternoon, which is, you know, what you want to see. It doesn't go off without a hitch. You'd like it when it's not a story, because that means it worked.
Exactly.
And so far, Perseverance seems on track for a Thursday 9:50 p.m. Australian Eastern Time, Thursday day US Eastern launch. So hopefully there's no weather delays for it to take off.
SpaceX has successfully recovered the two halves of Falcon 9's fairing for the first time. They've been trying this for quite a while, much the same as returning those boosters to the drone ships. They've successfully done this for the first time, and they reckon they're going to be saving about $6 million per launch.
Yeah, look, it's kind of one of those last bits that they've wanted to make reusable. Now, it's the cheapest bit to make reusable, which is why they focus on the boosters and stuff like that. But it's great to see that they're able to recover it. So, you know, again, the more it's recovered, the more it's reusable, the cheaper it is, because you're not making it every time. Therefore, you know, if it brings every launch down by 6 million, that's a lot of money. So it's not just a few dollars. I mean, it's couch change to Elon Musk, but you know, it's still $6 million.
Absolutely. And of course, our last headline, jam-packed headlines, Bob Behnken and Doug Hurley are set to return on Saturday Australian time, completing the Demo 2 mission.
They'll leave on the 1st of August, arriving, splashing down the 2nd of August. So as we highlighted when they were launching, the return is as critical, if probably not more critical than the launch in terms of the risk. So it will definitely be one people will be watching.
Talking Science Stories of the Week.
Alrighty, Brad, into our stories of the week, and it really does seem that Venus is getting a little jealous of all the attention Mars is receiving, because it's shown up some very interesting findings as astronomers have been looking at it.
Yeah, it's like it's the older sibling and the younger, smaller sibling's been getting all the attention. So it's like, I'm here. And so it's acting out. And in this case, it's acting out by spewing volcanic activity. Not really, but kind of. In fact, there's hints now that there is fairly recent being on the order of 2 million years, which geologically is very recent, activity on Venus. So maybe it's not as dormant it's been thought of in the past.
And the reasoning for that is that many scientists had long thought that it lacked the plate tectonics that gradually reshape our surface here on Earth and cause a lot of the volcanic activity and the stress. So it seems that maybe there's something underneath the surface that we haven't found yet.
Yeah, when we think of activity on Venus, and this applies to Mars as well, there hasn't seemed to be tectonic plates there for that activity. So as you said, it doesn't change landscape, it doesn't create new geological activity, makes it a bit quiet. Now, again, it's not all about Mars, but we can turn anything into Mars, I think. When Mars Insight landed the other year, and it's been discovering Mars quakes, that hinted at there's something else going on Mars as well. And so this new study of seeing that there appears to have been recent activity on Venus, maybe it's not tectonic plates, maybe it's another mechanism, maybe it is some sort of tectonic activity, probably not, but it could be. So, either way, there are hints that there's something going on that means that it's not just this old non-changing planet, which becomes quite interesting, not just for our own solar system, but when we try and study and think about planets and other solar systems as well.
Alrighty, Brad, and everyone can check out our full chat on this one in episode number 420 for those playing along at home on YouTube and on Facebook Watch. Brad, our next story of the week, the first ever direct image of a sun-like star with its two gas giants. This is pretty cute.
Look, it really is. It's a technique. It's called direct imaging. So, directly taking an image of an exoplanet, a planet around another star. Now, most times when we've talked about all the planets, it's been inferred from, the transit method. So a planet moving in front of its star, and we see the dip in light, or micro lensing, we see the wobble or shift in light, and we can get a measurement of the planet. It's really hard to directly take an image of a planet, because you have a super bright star relatively nearby, and it's relatively nearby the star, so you can't usually resolve the two objects. And so this is a new technique that's getting better and better and better. And this time it's the first image of a star that's very similar to the sun. I mean, it's almost spot on in terms of mass. Sun, it's much younger, but in terms of mass, it's almost spot on, and multiple planets, something that has definitely never been done before.
And Brad, for everyone wanting to check out our full chat on this one, check out episode number 421 in our podcasting and YouTubing uploads.
You can get social with Trekzone. Australia's unofficial home of Star Trek is everywhere you are. Just search for Trekzone.
And Brad, our final story of the week, we're heading off to Russia. Moreover, we're heading up into orbit above Russia. The US and the UK are jumping up and down about this one. They reckon Russia's testing another anti-satellite weapon.
Look, and it's kind of something we highlighted and talked about a couple months ago, rather, about some of the new technology that Russia's employed with some of their satellites. And it's part of a growing rhetoric in space we talked about with Space Force and other things of the slowly increase in the militarization of space and that fine line between offensive and defensive capabilities. And this time, as you said, it's not just the US saying it, it's the UK, which really might be a shift in the not only just the rhetoric, but actually what's happening up there. And I think a fairly growing area of concern. And there's nothing about the Russia or any particular country about is the overall view and treatment of space and its use in militarization, something that treaties 50 years ago established wouldn't happen.
And of course, everyone can check out our full chat on this one in episode number 422 on Facebook Watch, on our podcast, and on YouTube as well. Well, thanks, Brad. Looking forward to diving into the stories of the week on the next 3 eps, and we're going to go live and uncut in episode number 423. We'll catch you then.
There's a lot to get through.